This week's edition of Pendragon Recap is sponsored by Pender Community Hospital, a proud supporter and official physical therapy provider of Pendragon Athletics. On another cool Friday night in October, the Pendragon football team came out with a lot of fire in its homecoming game against visiting Hartington. Pender got off to a great start in the opening quarter when senior quarterback Benny Oliver found freshman James Benson on this long pass downfield, which would go for 6. The 40-yard scoring play gave the Dragons their first lead against an opponent all season. Not long into the second quarter, PHS would add to its lead when sophomore Lorenzo Duenas pounded his way into the end zone from 11 yards out. But the Wildcats would respond soon after by marching down the field, topping the series off with a short run from Colby Juden to put Hartington on the scoreboard. On the ensuing kickoff, Pender's Oliver would make a great return back to Hartington's 17-yard line to set the Dragons up with tremendous field position, but the momentum of the game would shift completely in favor of the Cats 3 plays later when Oliver threw a pass into the hands of Hartington's Griffin Kalin, who returned the interception the length of the field to tie the game up at 16. During the course of that play, Pender would lose 2 of its key contributors, as Oliver would sustain an apparent hip injury while trying to chase after Kalin. Benson was ejected from the game for allegedly throwing a punch, though it is unclear from this footage where that personal foul occurred. Hartington would add another score before the end of the quarter to go up 24-16 at halftime. But Pender's Gridiron Gang would not go down without a fight, scoring shortly after the intermission off another Duenas run to bring the game within 2 after the failed conversion. But the visitors would again make it a 2-score game, with Juden connecting with Pat Wortman through the air for an 11-yard score. Hartington would score its final touchdown in the fourth quarter, with Juden rushing for his 3rd TD of the night. Down by 16 with little time remaining, the Pendragons would close the gap with a 39-yard touchdown pass from freshman quarterback Dylan Roth to Duenas. The onside kick, however, was recovered by the Wildcats, who would run out the clock and escape with a 38-28 victory. Pender head coach Josh Warren talked with us on Monday about the game.
Coach, things started off great for you guys. You got a 2-touchdown lead. We're leading at the end of the first quarter, and then kind of one play kind of changed the momentum. Interception was thrown, and you lost 2 key contributors on the same play. And credit to your the other players of the team. They were able to keep it within range, but just weren't able to overcome the Wildcats. Talk about the momentum shift and just the game in general.
Well, yeah, we did a good job. Like you said, I think this is the first time all year that we've led in a game. We came out. I think we used 8 minutes of the clock that first drive. Went up 8-0, and scored another one. Went up 16-0, and then we had, they went to that fast-paced offense. I think we got a little tired. I don't know if they were tired or just surprised by it. They went down and scored, and we came right back and returned a kickoff for about 60 yards and put us in a good situation. But like you said, that play was like a grand slam. Comparing it to baseball, yeah. It was a 14-point swing at least, because they scored their 2-point conversion, and then, like you said, we lost 2 players in that game, and it was just, and then at the end of the first half, we had the ball with 1.5 minutes left. We were going to go down and try and at least get a field goal, and we get a fumble, and they go up. I think they went up 8, right before half. So it just, I think it kind of sums up our whole season. Everything that's going wrong will go. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong, and. But the good thing about it was that the kids came out in the second half and they played. They didn't give up. We got some good reps for some younger kids. We're just gonna have to move some kids around and try to do what we can.
Definitely, and then especially we talked about last week. Dylan Roth had his first start last week. He came in this week, Benny Oliver gets hurt. He comes in and he looked a lot more comfortable in that position after a week. The previous week, getting his first in-game experience, he looked a little more comfortable in the offense, and I think that might have been one of the reasons you guys kept it within range. He was able to lead that offense pretty good, and receivers were making catches when they needed to. There was drops here and there, but definitely made some good plays. You said they came out, still with a lot of fire in that second half. What did you say to them at halftime to, say, hey, we still got this game in hand? What did you say to make it still a game?
We made a couple adjustments, and we told the kids that we have confidence in Dylan. That's why he's playing as a freshman. He can, he does some good things. We watch him in the JV games, and he plays good. He puts the ball in a good spot for the wide receivers. I think we just need to get him to settle down a little bit, not get so overwhelmed, But he did a good job. I think he had a touchdown. He had a touchdown pass. There were some plays where he threw the ball a little quick and got rid of it. He just needs to take some time and catch his nerves and
realize he has blockers there that will try to protect him as long as they can. And he'll get 2 more opportunities in this season. Again, with the loss, playoffs are kind of out the window right now, but you have a chance to finish strong. 2 more games with Allen coming up, and he'll get the start likely because Oliver is out for the season with an injury. And so talking about Allen, the Eagles are 1-5 on the year. They're 1 win coming in their second game of the year against Omaha Nation. So they're a team that's kind of been struggling had more downs than ups this season. And it's a road game, so they have the home field advantage, you might say, but I think 2 very even teams as far as talent. The way your team played throughout this past game against a really good team in Hartington shows that it's going to be a pretty competitive game.
Yeah, and you could tell from, before the game I challenged our offensive linemen and told them that if we won this game it was going to be because of them. And I thought that they've played the best that they've played since our Bloomfield game. They started to mesh well. They were talking before every snap, and we still had some errors, but comparing it to 2 weeks ago against Emerson Hubbard, they looked like it was a totally different team. So, I think it kind of, Coach Heineman said it. It rekindled a fire. Having a close game, so it was good. I think it was good for everybody.
And coming into this season, there was a lot of inexperience on the team. Only a couple of your players had seen varsity time before. It's good to see. Slowly but surely, everybody's starting to come together. Communication's getting better, and hopefully that pays off in these final 2 games. You can finish strong. I guess what's going to be the key against Allen?
Scoring more points.
There you go. That's always the key.
Not turning over the ball, getting more turnovers.
Well, Coach, 7 o'clock.
3 o'clock Saturday.
3 o'clock.
Saturday
in, I guess, that's weird. I think out in the schedule it might still be 7 o'clock, but not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, we'll make that note right now, ladies and gentlemen. 3 o'clock Saturday in Allen. So best of luck to you, Coach.
Thank you.
The Pender High volleyball team had hoped to enter the East Husker Conference volleyball tournament with a bit of momentum. But that won't be happening after the Lady Pendragons came out on the losing end Tuesday night to visiting Homer in straight sets 25-23, 25-19, and 25-17. Senior Maggie Philippi had 9 kills and 2 blocks in the match. Fellow seniors Trista Morgan and Aaron Sorensen also gave a good effort in the loss, with Morgan accounting for 18 digs and 2 ace serves, while Sorensen managed 19 assists. Pender will be the 9th seed in the EHC volleyball tournament and is scheduled to play number 8 Scribner Snyder Thursday night at 5:45 p.m. in Humphrey. Pender will then host all the tournament games on Saturday. The Lady Pendragons will play their final regular season home match on Tuesday, beginning at 5:30 p.m. It will be Parents' Night, and the team will also be hosting a Pink Out Night, so fans are encouraged to wear pink. During the East Husker Conference meet held in Stanton last Thursday, the Pender boys cross-country team took 6th overall, though Coach Dusty Kruzmark thinks they could have placed higher under different circumstances. Kruzmark said that Austin Pearson, one of the team's best runners, has been battling an injury for some time that has hindered his performance, but he hopes the rest of the team can step up heading into districts to give the team a chance to keep its season going. Senior Matt Urbanic was the top placer for Pender in the boys' race, taking 14th place with a time of 19 minutes 37 seconds. Fellow senior Danny Rutar had the top finish for Pender in the girls' race with a time of 24 minutes 41 seconds, good enough for 17th place. Kruzmark noted that his girls looked pretty strong through the first 2 miles of the race, but the longer distance seemed to take its toll on them down the stretch. He hopes they don't give up too many spots in the last quarter mile during the district race. The district meet is scheduled for Thursday at the golf course in Oakland, with the girls' race beginning at 5 p.m. followed by the boys at 5:30.